Presented by
Triple J Auto Group now offers customers the ability to get pre-approved instantly. Shop for the car of your dreams anytime, anywhere. Save time and apply online at carsguam.com.
Let's talk a little bit about your current job. You are the governor's homeland security advisor. What are your primary responsibilities?
Well, I'm the advisor for the governor with regards to anything for the safety and security of Guam, most especially that of any terroristic act. So learning from that under Department of Homeland Security, which is the federal entity of what I do, is being the governor's point man for anything dealing with any kind of threats, whether it be foreign or whether it be local, that would terrorist threats that would be there to try and harm Guam. So I sit as his advisor. I also sit as his DoD liaison for Guam. So any visiting DoD dignitaries, I sit with the governor, and we help map out the future of Guam for how the military is going to be laid out. I have counterparts throughout the nation, so each state and territory has a Homeland Security advisor, and that advisor is appointed by their particular governor. Just this weekend, I'm leaving for DC, and that's where all our Homeland Security advisors are all going to meet for our winter conference, and I get to meet some of the counterparts for Guam and for the rest of the nation. So I'm honored. If you were to ask me a year ago if I was going to be doing this job, never would I have thought that I would be sitting here. Never would I have thought that I'd be sitting at senior staff meetings with the governor, lieutenant governor, and all his key staff and cabinet, and advising him on safety and security of Guam. But I'm honored and humbled to accept the job and want to be value added to the people of Guam. So this is how I see I'm able to do that.
What are the key issues facing Guam when it comes to homeland security and terroristic threats?
The key issues right now is, our geographic location.
We are the tip of the spear.
We are the tip of the spear, and if somebody tells you not, then they are sadly mistaken, and they need to come to Guam. We've been visited by a number of generals and admirals and other dignitaries throughout DoD, and even from foreign governments, and they see exactly where we're situated. We're the furthest most U.S. territory in the United States. In the eyes of the military, we're already forward deployed. So everything that's going to happen in this region, in this area, is going to happen through Guam. So we're that front line. So we have to consider that and make sure that we stay ready in whatever form or fashion. Most especially, for us, as I'm a guardsman, an air guardsman. So making sure our National Guard is ready for that mission and for that challenge. And I believe we are. I believe we've matured over the years, and we are a outstanding organization, a world-class organization, ready to take on any mission. And we've proven that by past deployments and current deployments. Right now, we have 70 airmen that are out in the AOR, and those are Red Horse engineers, and they're doing missions that all the other engineers in the U.S. military are doing, and they're doing a great job at it. They come back with that experience, and they become value added to Guam. So what I ask every airman that comes back, every guardsman that comes back, is sit down and talk to the people of Guam and tell your story, because every guardsman that serves today is connected to the community, and that's probably one of the rarest things, is that you can probably have brothers, sisters, uncles, aunties, mothers, fathers, or friends that are in the Guard, and they can tell you about their experiences, because within the last 15, 20 years, they've had quite a few experiences.
So the world obviously changed quite a bit after the September 11th attacks. Homeland security became one of the big issues.
Yes.
How do you see that being resolved, or is this just the new normal?
I think it's the new normal. It's actually raising the awareness of every citizen in the United States, most especially being that entity at the local level, as far as Guam Homeland Security Office of Civil Defense. It's not taking it for granted. It's understanding where we are and how we need to be ready for whatever may happen here on Guam. Prior to 9/11, we kind of took it for granted, and then here we are. Our homeland gets invaded, there are other things that are happening throughout. So, we have to be on our toes and not necessarily take it for granted that it's all going to be taken care of, and nobody would dare attack the United States on the homeland. Nobody would dare attack Guam, but we have to be ready, because we would be sadly mistaken to think that they would not attempt to do that. So we take our precautions, but it doesn't necessarily mean we be overly cautious. We build up walls and we forbid anybody to come in. We invite visitors. We just need to make sure that they're vetted in the right way. We have agreements with other nations as far as our visas and those tourists that come to Guam. That's a great thing. That's outstanding. It's just a matter of making sure that if somebody is slipping through the bad side, countries that are not so friendly to us, that we vet these visitors in a proper way, so that way they know that they're coming here for the right purpose, coming here to be tourists, not necessarily to be spies. Yeah.
I know that one of the major functions of Homeland Security is intelligence. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, actually, that's one of the main missions for Guam Homeland Security. Is we have the Marianas Regional Fusion Center. The Fusion Center is consisting of representatives from all the law enforcement entities here on Guam. What we do is we get these, we sign an agreement with each and every director, and it's overseen by the governor, lieutenant governor, that they will be trained as intel analysts. So Department of Homeland Security, the federal side, provides training for our law enforcement personnel and any other advisors within our fusion center. We train them up and they become intelligence analysts. So they're able to help at the local level to be able to use their law enforcement experience as well as their networking amongst the various entities on Guam. So they help, and they help both Department of Homeland Security and also interact in some form or fashion with our DoD entities. But they're our resource here on Guam to help us in times where we think there may be imminent threats or something actually happens and we need to do a background analysis. They do that as well. And for example, like we have the upcoming FESPAC in May. Well, we have part of one of the committees in FESPAC is that of safety and security, and part of one of the sections in safety and security is that of our fusion center. We are going to have foreign visitors, and we're just making sure that we're vetting them in the proper fashion, and everybody knows exactly what their purpose is, coming to Guam for. So, and they'll continue to do this. We get support and continual training from Department of Homeland Security. We do exercises with DoD. We do exercises with our regional partners from other fusion centers from, for example, Hawaii, California, Alaska, and go through various scenarios that help sharpen their skills, so they're very much aware of what's going on within the region, within their state, or within their territory. And so, they stay sharp, and they're on point as far as what's going on day to day.
Still to come on Cruising with KUAM, we'll hear more from the Guam Homeland Security Advisor on his thoughts about the recent rash of bomb scares at local schools.
Presented by
Triple J Auto Group now offers customers the ability to get pre-approved instantly. Shop for the car of your dreams anytime, anywhere. Save time and apply online at carsguam.com.